I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. I know words, I have the best words.
He took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation before ushers returned.
Take a look at the oranges of the... Look, wait. They sacrifice every day for the furniture.
Some words that have been said about you.
Okay?
Nazi wine mom, Nazi cave woman.
I don't let name calling bother me or offend me.
This one's from someone across the pond, a daft wanker. That's British for stupid. Lives on a diet of glue sticks. A lower level life form.
Cephahide. He's a war hero because he was captured.
And welcome to Left is Right. Helps if I add everyone to the show. This week we're going to start in man down formation. Our co-host Dawn is racing to get in the studio so she can join us. So we're going to start this show out with Chris, our handsome millennial co-host. Sorry for the blue earmuffs of Hades on my head, but my microphone's on the fritz, so gonna have to look a little weird this time. Not that I don't normally look weird, but weirder than normal. So Chris, how was your week?
Oh, not bad. The Democratic National Convention is started, so that's big news, of course.
Yep. No, I did see that. I know we're going to talk about that tonight. I got a topic or two to talk about myself. But I thought I'd start the show out with something that Jon Stewart said that I think is apropos and perfect when talking to any and all Trump supporters. So let's listen to what Jon had to say.
If you want to love Trump, love him. Go to the rallies, buy the sneakers. You want to give him absolute power? You want him to be the leader uber alles? You want him to have the right of kings? You do you. But stop framing it as patriotism. Because the one thing you cannot say is that Donald Trump is following the tradition of the founders. He is advocating for complete and total presidential immunity. His words, not mine. That is monarchy shit. And it's your right to support it. But just do me a favor for historical accuracy. Next time you want to dress up at the rallies, wear the right colored coats. That's what you are.
My sentiments exactly. The people that spout MAGA talking points and everything are the first ones to say that they're the biggest patriots around, and no one should ever question their patriotism. Yet the leader they choose is anything but a patriot.
Patriot to himself, I guess. But that's about it.
I guess you're right. He does hold himself as to a high regard. I just like I've said to Dawn several times, I cannot understand the mindset of people who are supporting him. It's just beyond me.
There's some people out there who would, they're followers, they're A-okay with the guy in charge calling the shots. That's
Yeah,
where they live.
I think it goes even beyond that. I mean, I'm I will lead, but I don't seek it out. So I don't know that I'm a leader or a follower, but in everyday life, I don't do things without thinking them through. And so many people just don't take the time to think through their actions or anything.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Sometimes that's me. So
Yeah. I mean, yes. Me throwing stones at glass houses, I'm sure that I've done things without thinking it through too. But for the most part, I mean, something as important as, leadership of the country, I want to think through what the person is
oh
talking,
yeah, totally.
and at least feel that in some way, uh, my needs and wants will be considered. I can't figure out what needs and wants people that are supporting him are being,
Well,
fulfilled.
fewer black people usually.
Yeah, generally, but I mean, there are quite a few that are, supporting him.
Where?
I mean, well, there's a few. I mean, they sprout up here and there. Um, I don't know that it's very many young people, though. I will say that I don't think the young people are vibing with him, as they say. Um, but I don't know. One topic I want to bring up, and I will pose the question to Dawn when she gets here, but I'm going to pose it to you right off the bat. What is one thing you absolutely want the federal government to do in the next 4 years?
In the next 4 years.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot to get done, that's for sure. And
Absolutely.
definitely the big thing is fixing the inflation problem, setting the economy back the way it was prior to COVID, if that's possible, even.
I would say it's possible, but not very probable. Um, that would require the federal government to regulate properly, to which it hasn't in decades. So I don't know that it has the ability to do so anymore. Oh, and here she is. There you are. Hello, Donnie and Marie. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
I had just posed the question to Chris. What is the one thing he wants the federal government to do in the next 4 years? And our viewer has a perfect solution. That's the one thing she wants to see happen. And I mean, I'm with her, absolutely. But he hasn't answered yet, so let's give him a minute.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of said what I wanted to say, and that the
Yeah.
economy is a big thing to fix.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
most
No, you're
important
right.
part.
What was that?
The economy.
The economy.
Fixing inflation.
Yeah.
And I guess you're right. You did say that, but the part that he said that I wasn't sure was try to get prices back to pre-COVID levels.
But at least make sure the things are more even. The wages compared to how things cost being closer. And fixing that, certainly. And then, of course, there's the tax issue, whether you got to solve the... I don't know.
You're on a roll. Don't stop now. No,
Yeah,
I agree with
word
you.
like
I
deficit, but it's not deficit.
no, I understand what you're saying. Even out the budget and such.
Right. You got to come back from, removing taxes on certain populations, corporations, and getting that money back somehow, some other way.
Well, the way they've
Yes.
done it the last few years is they've just taxed the middle class and poor more.
Yeah. Which that's not how you should do it.
Well, no, that's going to end up with the wealthy having all the money, and they're going to try and sell stuff to people who don't have any money to buy it. It'll kill the economy completely. But Donnie and Marie, what is, excuse me, your response to that question?
Okay, so I don't think I can narrow it down to one. I think
Oh no, I said one thing, although he said Chris did give us two, so all right, I'll let it go.
I think that the number one priority should be raising the cap on the Social Security on FICA so that it doesn't cap out at $110,000. And by so doing, you save Medicare, and most likely we could even go Medicare for all by that one move. And that's like a economic move for a structural. I think that we need to address the structural aspect as well. That's got to be a high priority. And I would think that overturning Citizens United would be that priority.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Two great and well thought out answers.
Subsequent to that, the next priority should be expanding the Supreme Court and making it so that the Supreme Court always has the same number of justices on it as there are circuits, federal circuits, so that it would automatically expand if the circuits expand.
Absolutely.
As well as what we're already doing with creating a code of ethics and suggesting term limits. Those are all good things too.
Absolutely.
But those I have three.
Okay.
I think those are really important and really, really, really important. And if we don't, we're just treading water.
Awesome. My input on that, the one topic I would like to see something get done with is campaign finance reform. So, getting rid of Citizens United is part of that, but restructuring it. I think a 5-month election period. You cannot go campaigning before 5 months before a primary.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
that should be part of it.
Publicly funded elections.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with that. If you, if you're a member of a party, the DNC or the RNC, then the funds for your electoral campaign come from the party. They're just going to have to raise enough money to spread it around. And if they can't, then they can't.
So no personally funded elections.
Right.
That's just people buying offices.
Absolutely. I agree.
I agree with that.
I mean, that's just, it's a first step in getting things right.
Putting things on a better track and improving democracy. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That, or we're just treading water and we'll just go backwards and forwards in the same place. And we need to stop doing that.
Absolutely. I agree. How was your week done?
My week was pretty good. It's been really good this week. I've been watching the DNC every night. Um, it's been fun. I've never really like paid close attention to a convention before, and this one has been really fun. So
True, but you are getting into that age bracket, boomers, where
not a
they start to pay more attention to things like the political conventions and things like that.
completely
Me,
untrue.
me as a Gen Xer, I mean, I pay some attention, but I'm not as involved as you uh, boomers are.
Boomer, and that's Maryland yesterday had an 84-year-old and an 18-year-old delegate. Say do their roll call. 18.
That's cool.
And that's not a boomer. That's
No,
somebody interested that they're there. There are a lot of young people there.
well, that's good. That's what we need. I was just saying that the normal demographic for watching the conventions is generally a little older, a little wiser, a little more gray hair, a few more wrinkles.
Well, that would be, totally Generation Jones, but not a boomer.
You're gonna have to get over that at some point.
Yeah, you really are. Because just so you know, you're not selling this Generation Jones thing.
I'm sorry you're not buying it, but I'm right.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring up the topic that the main topic that I had
Not even-
about the convention
Yeah.
that has bothered me. Well, if you show up on time, you can have wardrobe fix your even and all that. The thing that has bothered me has been the protests. Now they had protests. They had a group yesterday that protests that were like 60 people got arrested, and their main objective for protesting was to create a riot with the police. That was the whole reason they gathered. That was the whole reason for forming the protest, was to cause havoc and force the police into violence. Now,
Where'd you hear that?
it was I on ABC News. I was watching that, and I double checked, and NBC News was also covering it and said the same thing. So I was okay. Well then,
Who are these people?
I did not pay attention to I don't remember the name of the group, but it was one of the groups protesting last night. And then tonight, the police were getting ready for another protest from a group that didn't give a reason for their protest as of yet. But I only have that from one source, and that's ABC News.
See, I had heard the protests were pro-Palestinian protests.
Well, yes, there were also pro-Palestinian protests also, but the problem was this other group that caused the fighting in that. Their whole thing was just to start a fight and make an issue.
Oh, I see.
So totally took away from anything that the pro-Palestinian group was protesting. Stole all their thunder. If they want to have a pro-Palestinian peaceful protest, line up and do it. Not have absolutely no problem with that. It's the anarchy people that really get under my skin. And I was looking for some feedback from you two on something like that.
Well, unfortunately, those people exist, or that's all they're trying to do. is to get their 15 minutes of fame. You know, because that seems like an attention grab sort of act to me, rather than one of political, purpose. Although,
Absolutely, go ahead.
The pro-Palestine protests have purpose and meaning, so they're trying to get something done. Are you looking at something? Are you reading something, or are you responding to me with that face?
I am reading. I'm researching while you're talking.
Okay.
Okay.
I was getting confused.
He was getting ready to get his hair in a knot.
Because I couldn't tell if you were upset with what I had to say or what was going on. But there's
body language, Donnie. Body language.
Progressive enough, and I think they're right to do that, and that they're not getting things done with Israel and Palestine. So,
well, here's the one thing that I would like to inform the pro-Israel groups and the pro-Palestinian groups is that we're the United States, and where we do have some pretty good sway with the Israeli government, we have very little to no sway with the Israeli government that's in power right now.
Right.
Could we make it really, really, really difficult on them? Yes, we could, but that could also affect relations down the road. And in which case, if you're pro-Palestinian, you want the United States to have some influence.
Yeah.
So ruining ruining relationships with Israel, is it worth it for the future?
Were you worried about Hitler like that?
There were people in the United States worried about Hitler like that. Unfortunately, not enough.
Not enough.
No, there was a vast pro-fascist movement in the United States. Did your chair just break down, or what happened there? There we go. It's like you fell off your bar stool there. But no, there was a rather strong pro-fascist movement in the United States then. So,
America First. If you look up America First, that was a pro-fascist movement.
I understand that, but how is worrying about how your current actions are going to affect Germany's future when Hitler is in power? Why would you be concerned? Your first concern should be to stop Hitler.
Oh, Dawn, did am I mistaken? Did you send him to business school?
No, I did not.
That's some current quarter thinking right there, buddy.
He was killing people. There's a little sense of urgency there.
I'm not okay.
You can't really apply. We know what happened in history. We know Hitler was killing people.
Are you saying we don't know?
At the time, they didn't necessarily know. They thought
at the time they didn't really know the extent of what was going on. I mean, there was rumors, but they didn't really know for sure. But I think that getting back to the protesters, that I couldn't find anything other than pro-Palestinian protests information when I Googled it. Doesn't mean there are other protesters there, but
I'm sorry to interject. Yes, there were pro-Palestinian protests going on. This other group that was shouting, take it back to 78 or worse than 78, something like that was their chant. Or 68, sorry. Worse than 68, I think it was.
Democratic National Convention of 1968. Apparently something happened.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, it's a big riot.
Yeah,
there you go.
It was,
and I think it was worse than 68, or back to 68 or something like that, where their intent was to start a riot.
Oh, so these were like MAGA people.
I'm assuming it was.
Could have
They
been
don't.
Antifa, for all you know.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was just somebody. It was somebody trying to cause
That
havoc.
Harris is now the candidate and talking about chaos and blah, 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 whatever.
I don't think it had anything to do with chaos. I think they just wanted to start a riot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Because
when
they-
you go out with your buddies and you say, "Hey guys, you want to start a riot?" And then you do.
Well, I think it was more than that. I believe it was probably right-wing organized, but
Yeah.
by no means are they going to let anybody espouse that, because they've smartened up a little bit and think that could have some blowback, maybe.
So those people, I think that they should be hit upside the head. Metaphorically, might I
Like
add.
you mean like a child, not like with a baseball bat.
Right.
Either or,
Like
in my
with
opinion.
reality. But the pro-Palestinian protesters, on the other hand, I can see where, their protests have actually moved the needle, because
Yeah.
Harris is really distancing herself from Biden's stance, and Biden has even distanced himself from complete backing of Israel. When in his DNC speech, so they're moving the needle, and so I don't know how that's effective. So
Yeah, I'm not saying not to protest, but there's a couple of the groups that are, we're not going to vote. We're not going to vote for Democrats if they don't get the war done now. I mean, these are the stances.
And that's bite your nose off to spite your face thinking.
Exactly.
If they're thinking, I'm going to protest at the Democratic National Convention because it will move the needle in the direction I want it to go, as opposed to I'm not going to bother protesting at the RNC because they're a lost cause and they're not going to do anything for me anyway. I can see that. But I can't see I'm not going to vote for Democrats because they're not doing 100% of what I want right now. That's not good logic.
Well,
Because
no, but
in the RNC, that's going to do absolutely nothing for you and tell you to get the hell, get out of here, get lost. Because just like right now, Trump, in talks with Netanyahu to try to convince him to not enter into a ceasefire agreement because it wouldn't be good for his campaign. And that has been reported on, and that is illegal, and somebody needs to do something about it.
absolutely, it's treason.
Yes.
And they have to know that if you let him get away with it at all, he won't stop. You have to yank a knot in his tail at the get-go.
Yeah.
But, that would require the Justice Department to get off their ass and do something in a timely manner, which they apparently have no ability or want to do. So that goes right out to the Attorney General. Get off your ass.
Yeah.
I also think that part of that, I think part of those groups have been infiltrated by right-wing people trying to get them to not vote and things of that nature.
Yeah, because that works for them. That
Absolutely.
don't vote for Democrats because they're not doing what you want. So whether they vote for Republicans or don't vote or vote for a third party, it works
Right.
for the right wing person no matter what.
Speaking of third party, it seems RFK Jr. is going to bow out and endorse Donald Trump.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Well, good for him.
Yes, and ABC News, I have to grant them, they were talking about it, that he's going to bow out. And the reason that he's endorsing Trump over Harris, who he talked to before Trump, is because Trump offered him a cabinet position, and Harris was like, bow out, great.
Crazy ass bastard, get out of here.
Basically, and because Trump offered him a little something, he's going to endorse him. So that brainworm did a number on RFK because, previously,
The story.
well, previously he was progressive, batshit crazy or not, he was progressive. And now he is just off the charts, open to the highest bidder. I don't know if the Kennedy clan basically turning their back on him, gave him a nervous breakdown or what, but he has gone completely off the rails. And I got a feeling that, he's not going to be invited to too many Thanksgivings at Kenny Bunkport or wherever the hell it is.
Yeah, no. But, interesting, but I don't think it makes a difference one way or another.
Well, he was polling at less than 5% now as far as support.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he endorses Trump, great. That's, upwards of another 5%, all that means is we need more and more people to get out and vote blue. We just need the blue wave to be bigger.
And that's not considering the amount of people who are voting for him because they would not vote for Trump at all. So.
Right.
Yeah. He's not going to get that whole 5%. They're going to.
No, there's a lot of that would be people who don't want to vote for either party.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that, those people are either not going to vote or, the majority of them would vote blue over Trump. Not necessarily blue over red, blue over Trump.
Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of those people will vote for another third-party candidate because there are others. I saw somebody on Threads talking about like 3 other third-party candidates that are out there that I had never heard of. So.
Well, the American Communist Party always has someone on the ballot.
Is Vermin Supreme running?
Who?
I'm sorry?
Vermin Supreme. You don't know him? No, he said everyone was going to get a horse. I don't know, 2016 maybe.
Oh, that was his campaign promise, was it?
Yeah, everybody gets a horse. He wore a boot on his head. He was pretty famous.
He wore a boot on his head. How did I miss that?
I
don't know. Okay. I mean, everybody gets a horse. There's no 40 acres and a mule, but I mean, it's something.
Yeah, it was close.
All right, Don. When we come back from break, we're going to discuss what you liked about the DNC and many more topics. So stay with us. We shall return. This episode of Left is Right is sponsored by Take Everything Digital, where they preserve your precious memories by converting your analog memories to digital ones that can last forever. If you have video, audio, or camcorder tapes collecting dust, Take Everything Digital can convert them as well as reel-to-reel films, slides, and photos. They operate out of Yorkville and St. Charles, Illinois, and will pick up your work within a 30-mile radius for free. Your memories are never outsourced to another company, so there are no shipping mishaps. There is also a monthly budget plan where you can decide how much you want to spend each month until your memories are all preserved. Go to www.takeeverythingdigital.com for more information or to schedule a free consultation.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
In a world where the future can seem uncertain, there's one place you can turn to for guidance and peace of mind. Legacy Law Firm, owned and operated by attorney Don Weekly. With Attorney Weekly's expertise in elder law, you can trust that your family's legacy is in capable hands.
At At Legacy Law Firm, we understand the importance of planning for the future, whether it's drafting a will, navigating Medicaid, or protecting your assets. We're here to help. Attorney Weekly made the process seamless and stress-free.
Her knowledge and dedication are truly exceptional.
Don't leave your family's future to chance. Contact Legacy Law Firm today and schedule your consultation with Attorney Dawn Weekly. Legacy Law Firm, helping you build a lasting legacy from one generation to the next.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
And welcome back.
Whoa, I'm a little shaky after that. Woo! Yeah.
Did I just have a stroke or did something happen? Okay, so it wasn't just me, right?
Yeah.
No, I saw that too.
Oh.
We went to that.
Woo! Well, if you're going to make anybody bigger, it should by all means always be me. So we're going to let Dawn go first with her comments on the DNC.
Okay, so I've been watching all the coverage, and it's very electric. Stop it. The crowd is jazzed, and it's electric. The AOC's speech was awesome. She kicked butt in her speech. Jasmine Crockett's was good too. And they had on some of the women who were unable to get abortion care and what happened to them. And then the one, remember the girl who got pregnant when she was 12 and they did an ad for Andy Beshear in Kentucky for his campaign, and that kind of, they felt like that really helped propel him. I can't remember her name is, but she was there too. And
yeah, I saw that the one lady who was in Texas and was pregnant, and they were like, "Well, just die."
Yeah.
She had to leave, go get an abortion, but she came back. But she's pregnant again now, but a healthy pregnancy. So
yeah, she's pregnant again. Yeah. And the roll call was, they called it ceremonial roll call, because basically what they did was they had their roll call virtually already. So this is just a ceremonial roll call, but it was, they did it with a DJ who did songs for
waka, waka, waka.
Well, he didn't do any waka waka waka, but he prepared songs for each state. You know, like themes, like Minnesota was a Prince song, and New Jersey was a Springsteen song, and Kansas was a Kansas song, that kind of thing.
Kentucky was Blue Moon of Kentucky, Keep on Shining.
I don't think
Yes.
so.
I mean, that's what I'd have done. Played Rocky Top for Tennessee.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think, this was like more pop, more pop.
Just saying.
And he played Journey, the one where the lyrics are "Born and raised in South Detroit." Don't stop believing. Yeah, don't stop believing. I can't remember who he played that for, but I was like, he should have played that for Michigan. No, it wasn't Michigan specifically. I think they did. what's the 8 Mile guy?
Eminem.
Eminem.
I think they did Eminem. I would assume that's what that was.
Slim Shady.
Well, he's born in Michigan, so
Yeah.
Real Slim Shady. Please
But
stand up.
but it was really pretty cool. They had like the music going the whole time, and they were yelling over it, but it was loud, and it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was totally contrary to things that I would normally think are cool. I would be like, oh my god, it's too loud. But the loudness just kind of enhanced it. Really,
Was it an actual DJ, or was it the band?
It was
they have a band.
It was a DJ, and he played recorded music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Then Georgia had an actual rapper, and I can't remember his name. Sorry.
Well, there's a boatload out of Atlanta, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but they he came walking down the stairs and was rapping, and so they really went all out in their little presentation.
They went Super Bowl halftime show. That's pretty awesome.
They went Super Bowl halftime show, yeah, but better because it was unique.
Chris is
Because this was the first time. Now, if they do, 10 times from now, it'll be like, ho hum. But
enough already. Yeah.
So that was cool. The best speech so far has been Michelle Obama's. Yeah,
You like that better than a Barack's?
Michelle Obama's speech, hands down, better than Barack's. Absolutely.
I like Barack Obama's speech. I thought it was pretty well written and delivered.
It was well written and delivered, but Michelle's was better. It was better. She really reached out and grabbed you. The best.
I don't know about that.
The best turn of phrase that she had was, "We have not benefited from the affirmative action of generational wealth." And I was like, "Booyah!" I mean, that's
cool.
a simultaneous dig at Trump and Vance for trying to say that Kamala is a DEI hire, while at the same time dissing him for his generational wealth.
Right.
It was awesome. I have some highlights if you want me to share those with you.
Yes, but let's let Chris say something. He was going to say something.
I was?
Oh, you were? I thought you were. You seemed like you had something to say.
No.
Did you not like the DJing or something? Or
I didn't see any of it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Just little highlights, I guess.
All right. Well, by all means, let's run some of that. Michelle Obama. Yeah, you gotta hit play. There you go.
And an ad.
Yeah, let's get awesome. Hold on, we got to take it down for the ad. Go ahead and run it because you're going to get an ad anyway. I'll put it up when the ad's done. You're going to get an ad anyway, so run it off stage, and then I'll put it up. Put it back to the beginning. Sorry, folks. Yeah, all the way to the beginning, hit play, and I'll keep an eye on it. Talk amongst yourselves, and when the ad's over, I'll put it up. So talking amongst yourselves, that would be, so Chris, how's the weather going?
We can talk about how Hulk Hogan said he wanted this body slam Kamala.
There you go. Yeah, talk about that
I
until
thought
we get
she
this
was
fixed.
Indian and says, how?
Like sound
Not like from Southern Asia.
Okay, hold on. Stop. What? Okay, just put it back to the beginning. I'm sorry. We'll cover this in production meeting afterwards. Just put it back to the beginning, and I'll put it up. Just hit play on it, and I'll put it up. It's all good. So yeah, Chris, you were saying that Hulk Hogan had a faux pas during the IRC, which doesn't surprise me much, brother.
Yeah, I don't know why he'd say any of that, but it's not a good look.
Cash Ola. Not only Cash Ola, but he's got all sorts of money. He's probably he's probably mega. You know, I mean, he's mega now, whether he wanted to be or not. So,
She's saying something, but I can't tell.
oh, she's having a conversation with someone off screen,
Oh,
which is, you know, that's why we you know, we're not professional, and it shows.
and then I can't understand what she's saying.
Because her mic is messed up now. What? Hello? What were you saying, Dawn?
I was saying that I'm here and I can hear it. I'm here.
Okay. All right. So are you ready to play your Michelle Obama?
You know, I played it already, so I don't really know what it is I'm supposed to be doing. It's
Go
going.
to the beginnings so everybody else can see it.
And then share it.
I'll share it.
Oh,
There,
there, it's at the beginning. It's going.
then hit play.
The last time I was here in my hometown was to memorialize my mother, the woman who showed me the meaning of hard work and humility and decency, the woman who set my moral compass high and showed me the power of my own voice. I still feel her loss so profoundly. I wasn't even sure if I'd be steady enough to stand before you tonight, but my heart compelled me to be here because of the sense of duty that I feel to honor her memory.
Part of the speech, so
and to remind us all not to squander the sacrifices our elders made to give us a better future. Kamala worked her way up to become Vice President of the United States of America. My girl, Kamala Harris, is more than ready for this moment. She is one of the most qualified people ever to seek the office of the presidency. If things don't go our way, we don't have the luxury of whining or cheating others to get further ahead. No. We don't get to change the rules so we always win. If we see a mountain in front of us, we don't expect there to be an escalator waiting to take us to the top. No. We put our heads down. We get to work. In America, we do something. I want to know, who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
There you go. Yes, very good, Dick. No, I see what you're saying. She was definitely
Actually,
definitely right on.
That was the good part of her speech, except for the black jobs part. I could put together much better highlight.
Well, that's why if we had a production team and things like that were handled, that's okay.
People who didn't have full-time jobs and work for a living. I just thought I would cheat and find some highlights that somebody else already made because obviously they picked the best parts. No, they did not.
No, they didn't. No problem. We'll discuss. What else is there anything, Chris? Have you anything that you've think about
They at the DNC, the Democrats sent out their platform for this election. I just wanted to highlight a few things I thought were important. If that's all right.
Absolutely.
The first one is first-time buyers for homes. You want to give them a $10K tax credit for that. That's pretty cool. There's not many first-time home buyers out there anymore because of the rent situation and corporations buying up houses to get rent. So that's nice that that's on there for, you know, starting families. There's another thing that they want to expand the child tax credit to what, $4,000 per child instead of what it is currently, which is okay, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't apply to me, but it sounds nice.
It will someday before long.
Maybe we'll find out. The other thing is they want to limit foreign ownership of farmland. That's huge.
Ooh,
That's a
that's a
big
good
one, because right now that's a problem. Is that countries like China have been buying up our farmland to use. And the last one is their Israel stance on they want to do a two-state solution, securing that the Israel part will be Jewish, the Palestinian part will also still exist.
Right. Did they do they
Better
mention
than-
anything? Do they mention anything about the earned income tax credit?
Not that I saw, but that doesn't mean it's not there. The thing is 90 some pages long, and I did not read all of it.
Got you.
So I wanted to highlight some highlights.
Well, those are good
There you go.
highlights. I sent you the rapper.
Mhm.
It was Lil Jon is who it was.
Yes.
If you
Oh,
want,
okay.
want to play that, I sent it to you.
He plays Turned
Yeah.
Down for What? Which was
Turned down for what?
years ago. So that's good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, it's it's yeah, well, you know, it's all good.
Easy for you to say.
Did you hear one of the latest rants Trump had about, you know, the border issue? Is that, you know, South American countries are dropping all their criminals in the U.S. and that, you know, next time he holds a rally, it should be in Venezuela where it'd be safer because all their criminals are here. And that
Right.
they're clearing out their jails and prisons, and but if he was doing it, he would have done a better job of it. By the way, he said that too. That he'd already cleared
Really?
them out, and they would already be here.
Got you.
I have no idea what he's on about, but that's categorically false.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be right, really.
No, you just repeat
much-
the same lie over and over and over again until it's believed.
Right. Right.
Like the eating spiders in your sleep thing.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna not worry about the Little John at the moment. We're gonna have to work some production and stuff out on that for next time.
Want to hear about update on local matters?
By all means,
Library.
please.
Okay, still don't know when there's a library board meeting. However, the local Patriot group was meeting tonight to talk about the election and being poll watchers and election judges and all sorts of lovely things. So, so that's great. And so when she put the invitation out on the local Facebook page, she disabled comments so that nobody could comment to her. But yeah, so they're meeting for an hour and a half tonight. So I feel like we should meet for an hour and a half. But
Absolutely, by all means. Any luck on getting a guest in?
no. And to update that information, well, the person who's behind the effort kind of clarified that really all they want is to have stickers on the book, and so she's like really backed off of what they were asking for.
Really? You know what she should do? Somebody should bring up to her. She needs to talk to who was that? The vice president's wife, Gore.
Mhm.
Should talk to Mrs. Gore about putting labels on things and finding how effective that is.
Yeah, that didn't work at all. But and in addition, the books in the library, they do interlibrary loans. Not all the books in the library are owned by this library. You can't put stickers on other libraries' books. So I think that it's not going to be a workable thing that they're asking for in any event. But,
Right. I agree. I would still like to work on getting that guest if we can. If not, I
I
get
didn't know
it.
if you still wanted to, based on the fact that she had backed so far off of what she was asking.
All right. Well,
then our threats work.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we-
The pushback was awesome. I mean, on Facebook, the pushback that she got was pretty good.
Excellent. That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Especially around here, I wouldn't trust that there would be a whole lot of pushback, but I'm glad to see there was.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about the area that we're in, mega supporters think that they are in high company. What they don't understand is I will go out on a limb and say that there's a majority of people who are not MAGA around this area, but don't advertise it.
Yeah. The MAGA ones are the loud ones.
The couple of MAGA, the very few MAGAs that are around are very loud, and everybody just ignores them and hopes they go away.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately,
right. But when it comes to book banning and that sort of thing, fewer people support that overall. I mean,
it's
narrowing.
read the room. That's not a Midwestern thing.
Right.
Um,
Illinois passed a law that you can't ban books anyway.
Right.
So,
Right.
That's why they don't want to ban them. They only want to put stickers on them. So.
Right. Well, but still, I get the gist. But I think the MAGA people in this area need to read the room. That they don't have a whole lot of. I'm sure they have support, but I don't think it's a huge groundswell of a lot of support. I don't necessarily think there's a whole lot of people banging the drum the other direction either. It's just people right down the middle of the road that are gonna make their decision and do what they always do.
I think it's a very moderate area. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very moderate. I don't necessarily think we're, uber progressive, but I don't feel that this area is ungodly conservative either. I think that it's very middle of the road, and I think that the people that are trying to cause this issue are going to find that out.
One other thing that I wanted to update, because we had started out with a Project 2025 issue where and I was going to read the whole thing, and now so many things have sprung up. I feel like there's no need for us to cover that ground.
No, they definitely took our lead on that, and the residual check should be coming in soon for our idea. I don't think we're getting any.
The frustrating thing is that I'm on some Facebook groups that are all about Project 25, and Facebook keeps pegging it as false information because they keep splitting hairs. Exactly. Well, no, it doesn't say that exactly because they're hiding the ball.
Yeah. Well, here
extrapolate out what the cause and effect would be if you did that.
Right.
And it's so it's very frustrating.
Right. On a note on that sort of thing, my Facebook profile is no longer allowed to stream live video. So keep an eye on your profile.
I don't know that I mean, the last time I streamed live video on my profile was like years ago.
No, you're doing it right now.
Oh, I am? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are. And I was. But apparently Facebook said no to that now. So, so that's fine. I'm going to, push out the rebroadcast anyway. But keep in mind that Facebook's algorithm is so stupid that the people can just fake it, can trick it into the right-wing people have learned how to trick the algorithm. So it's, it's infuriating to me, but that's, what can you do? I don't know what to do to stop it. So, other than, make it smarter.
So if I try to view the stream on Facebook, it says it's not available.
On which Facebook? I'm sorry.
Dawn's.
Oh, okay. Well, they apparently blocked it on yours too.
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see it, but it says that because the owner only shared it with a small group of people, changed, you can see it or it's been deleted. That's what it says.
Oh,
okay.
You sent it to me. I still can't see it.
We'll have to work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that. Sorry, folks, for all that behind the scenes stuff.
We'll edit that part out.
Yeah, no, we won't. But let's bring up Turnout Pack. How are you doing on your post-it cards?
Still working on it. But at this rate, I'm going to be lucky to get my 200 done in time. But so maybe we'll have a signing party at the family reunion.
There you go. Yeah, well, I'll see. Maybe there's, I might still have a stamp somewhere.
Think we can find enough people at the family reunion?
Huh?
You think we can find enough progressives at the family reunion to get it done?
We'll recruit people. We'll have the young ones do it.
Yeah, just don't tell them what they're doing.
That's right.
They won't know any better. They won't know any better.
Here, fill this out.
That's right. Also, go to National Popular Vote. We were informed that yet another state has passed the popular vote, so that's good. By all means, go to www.nationalpopularvote and find out all the info. Also, we have another website to go to on overturning Citizens United. It's www.citizens.org, article by the numbers with backsplashes in between. So those are, as always, our recommended solutions. So are you going to watch Vice President nominee Wall's speech tonight?
I'm recording it, so I plan to go start watching it. Yeah.
No, that's what I assumed you were.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chris, are you going to tune into any of it?
I'll watch highlights like I usually do, like I do for football games.
There you go. There you go. Oh yes, tomorrow night, Bears. Tomorrow night, the Bears play again. So
I heard the starters were going to be playing though.
No, but I like to see the depth players. I know most people don't. I like to. That's why I watch preseason games till the end, so I can see the depth players play.
And then tomorrow night, Kamala accepts the nomination.
Yeah. So just so you know, I won't be watching that. I'll be watching the Bears game. That's just me. That's just me.
I assume
but by all means,
perfectly fine without me watching her. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll take it. That can't take more than 2 or 3 seconds. But that's just me. By all means, I hope that you've enjoyed the show. If you have any, if you'd like to contact the show, get a hold of us at leftisright2024@gmail.com. Or by all means, next time, tune in, watch the show. If you have a comment, we will see it and we can kick it up here to show everybody what you have to say. Like our True Blue viewer, Deborah, Dawn is right. It was good. Yes, normally I would have put that up instantly, but it was referring to the fact that Dawn was right, and we don't need to encourage that anymore than we already do. But yes, by all means, let us know what you think. Love to hear your feedback. Would love to get a few more viewers, but hey, we enjoy the show. I know, our biggest fan enjoys the show. Everybody seems to like it when we post it on the rewatches. So if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do that. But just keep watching it. And by all means, drop us a line. Let us know what you think. So next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Sound good?
Sure.
Nobody? Okay.
Sounds like a great thing. Great idea.
Great idea. So you're with me. Yes. All right. Well, then, folks, I would have to say parting is such sweet sorrow. But that's a little bit of overkill. So I'll just say, see ya.
I needed money, God, I had none. I fought the law and the law won.
I just wanted to say, welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th, but we will endeavor to get rid of it.
I never talked this way about him. You probably know. Until I got, who is this? Isaiah friend? You can get him out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go ahead. You can throw him out.
I needed money, God, I had none. I fought the law and the law won.